Hey everybody, welcome to the channel today. As I mentioned in my hitch basket video, I got an additional anti-rattle hitch pin lock, and I kind of ran out of time in that video, so I wanted to do a separate one on it in case it's something that you're interested in. And this is along the same lines as that ABN tightener that I got. That's maybe 2 or 3 videos back as well. That one's a little bit bulkier, a little bit less fiddly to put on than this one, but this actually locks. And from my experience so far driving it around yesterday, it works really well, almost probably as well as the ABN does. Like I said, it's just a little bit, not difficult, but a little bit more work to get it to go on. So this is called the Let's Go Aero hitch lock, or anti-rattle lock hitch pin. It's got a big old long name. I'll put it in the description below. I got it from eTrailer as well, and it was $31.95 and free shipping. Essentially what you get here is just this large pin. That's your hitch pin. This little metal tube goes inside the spring, and you have this little block, set of keys, and then the lock itself. Basically, we're going to go outside and I'll show you how this works. But what you got to do, you have to compress this and then slide it into your either your hitch basket receiver or the receiver, 2-inch ball. Whatever accessory you're putting on the car, this has to slide inside there, line up with the holes, and then this feeds through, screws into this block, and then the lock is on the other side. We're going to go outside and we're going to put that on there. I'll show you an example of how that works, and then I'll show you a little bit of footage that I did, or maybe I'll do some new footage. We'll see how the time goes, and you can see how this works. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys, and hopefully this will be helpful for you if you're looking for something to quiet down your hitch. We're out here in the garage, and I've got my basket laying flat and the receiver portion pointing up just to kind of give you a good visual of how this works. And again, keep in mind, you can use this on a ball receiver or a bike rack, whatever it is that you want to do. This is easy to install, easy to take out, and you can use it across different accessories. What we're going to do is we're going to take the little block in the spring, and you're going to compress the spring, slide that in till it lines up. Okay, and then spring side over here, you're going to take your bolt, make sure that you have your washer and the little lock washer. You're going to slide that through and then screw it in. You don't need to put pressure on it or anything, it'll screw right in. Just tighten it down a little bit, just so it's snug. And this is a little protective sleeve that goes on, just to protect it. And then you just throw your lock on. Okay? Now, obviously, this will need to insert into your actual hitch before you slide the pin in and lock it, but this is just for demonstration purposes. We'll go over to the car now and I'll show you how that works on the car. But I am going to use this just because it's easier to move around. So we have the block installed on our ball mount now, which is the same procedure as we did earlier. This is the spring side, this is the block side. So you're going to slide it in as normal, just make sure it's lined up. And again, the pin goes in on the block side. So screw that in by hand. You can throw this little protective sleeve in there. And then you do want to snug that down, because right now you can see it still rattles. And once you get it nice and snug, you can see it doesn't rattle at all. It's very similar to the ABN, but if you watch that video, this slides over here and then the plate attaches, and this lip touches on here. Does the same business. This one has a lock, and so to put the lock on, you don't need the key, you just put it on. Throw your dust cap on, which is supposed to be connected, but I accidentally tore mine off, and you're good to go. So you can see it doesn't, it totally takes that rattle out of the hitch, which is one of the most annoying things in the universe besides that dog, besides the dog barking right now. But anyway, hopefully that makes sense. It is a nice, nice little feature, and I probably will use this mostly with the hitch basket. I'm not really worried about this guy getting stolen when I'm out and about, but if I have the basket on there, I might want to have some security, but I like the fact that it quiets it down more than the locking part. To remove it, it's the same thing. Key comes off, you got to loosen it up. And you're good to go. Hope that's helpful for you guys. And again, $31.95, eTrailer.com is where I got it. And it seems to work just as well as this ABN one, with a little added security of the lock there. Cheers, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks as always for watching.